Hey guys, today is my 5-year on Teen Mark, which means it's a very big milestone in my transition and also something that's very important to me and something I never thought I would reach. So I want to talk a little bit about my life and how I got here, and maybe just talk a little bit about the changes and what I thought was going to happen. I have some pictures from when I was younger that I wanted to show just because I wanted to show that it's fine to be a happy kid and still grow up and realize that you're trans. So if you look at these pictures, I mean, you'll see that I'm in the pool, I'm jumping around with some friends, and out of all of these moments in my life, I knew that there was something, I thought that something else was gonna come. Like, I felt like, okay, what I've been missing, what I've been waiting for is gonna come, and then I'll be happy. I was a very happy kid. Yes, I had a lot of fun, but there was still that one thing that just bugged me, and I had no idea what it was. I was a very, very big tomboy when I grew up a little bit, and I used to always want to wear boys' clothes, which is fine. You could do that if you're, a guy, a girl, trans, whatever, it doesn't matter. But my point was that it wasn't enough. And I remember one time, it happened like 2 or 3 times, somebody gendered me as male, and I was so not embarrassed, but it was a weird embarrassment, oh my god, they know. And then the people I was with, whatever, were like, oh no, that's a girl, and whatever, ruined it for me, thanks, because I had hair really short. But those moments stick out to me, and I still remember them, and I don't have one of those, I knew when I was a kid that I was trans and stuff like that. I didn't know, I had no idea, I didn't even know what that word meant. I just knew that there was something. It wasn't I want to be a boy. It was why isn't this happening? Maybe also I was a bit scared because I did grow up with my dad only, and then he had a girlfriend, but my mom wasn't in the picture and stuff like that. But I realized later on that maybe I was just a lesbian. And I liked women, and that's the way it was. I was just butch. And that's how my life was going to be. Once again, though, there was something that was missing. And I feel like this story is kind of common for a lot of people. So one time I was on YouTube, good old YouTube, and I decided to, I don't know what I was looking at, to be honest, but on one of the sidebars or suggested videos back then, I don't even know if they had them, this was back in 2006, I saw a video and the person was so angry, and it had something to do with trans. And I was like, trans? What? And then the next link that I pressed was this one YouTuber who's from Montreal. She's a trans woman who was beginning her transition, and her name was trans girl. It was the T word, but I don't want to say it. So trans girl 15 or something. And I remember questioning trans girl, but she's turning into a girl. How could she be a trans girl? Wouldn't that be a trans boy? You could see I had no idea what was going on, but even then I was so curious as to, I'm also really curious as to why I was so curious, This is more how I realized I was trans, but whatever. So, after binging videos, we've all done it, I realized this is it. I think that I have found that piece that was always missing in my life. So I was 15 when this happened, and I kept it to myself. I made videos about being trans, and I kept going back and forth, am I trans, am I not? I had a lot of internalized transphobia, sorry, and it really messed me up because I was like, this is disgusting, I don't want to be like this is not who I am, so, man, it hurts. I deleted them all, and I'm not one to delete things, even if I hate what it is. I feel like it's going to be meaningful later in the future, so I save it someplace where I know I'll be able to find it later on. I pressed those, but I selected all of the videos, and I pressed delete, and it said, are you sure you want to empty your garbage, whatever it was, or your recycle? And right before I pressed that button, I said, I know I'm gonna regret this, and I pressed it anyways. Why did I do that to myself? It kills me because I don't remember what I said in those videos, but in those videos, it was the rawest I had ever been in my entire life. And I would love to get my hand on those, but unfortunately I deleted them because I'm a fucking dumbass. So I have to start getting over that, right? So instead, I just started to embrace it and tell myself, stop it, this is who you are. you're not disgusting, people are like this. At the time there was literally like 2 YouTubers. So I started making videos about things, and I got on, this was, what grade was I in? Yeah, oh man, 15, man, I'm young, right? Whew. I kept it in a lot. I told some of my friends at school because I wanted to buy an STP, and I was like asking one of my guy friends like, ooh, could you show me how to use it and stuff like that. I didn't end up buying one, I think, but I did use my dad's credit card to buy like $200 worth of trans books, and he was like, what's this? I was like, research. True though. And I don't know, like I was still not there. There was still something up with me. So I told myself I'm gonna wait because I don't want anybody knowing. I don't want to tell my dad. I was scared to lose my dad because he's been like there my entire life. The only constant that I've ever had in my entire life is my dad, and I was scared that I would lose him. Even though he's super accepting of everything, I was just really petrified. So I decided to wait until I was 18 to see what I could do. Plus back then there was like no information on how to transition in Montreal, and I was like, what do I do? So this person, I was on a collab channel, Mighty Men, and this one person was also from Montreal, and I got in contact with him and he kind of told me how to do it. So now I'm 18 and I decide I'm gonna make an appointment at the gender clinic. So I do, I call them up and I hang up because I'm too nervous. I call them up again, I make an appointment. They assessed me, told me I wasn't trans enough to be in their program, and that was it. That hurt so much, but I am so happy I didn't get in because they're pieces of shit. Because they tell you when you're ready to be on T. They tell you when you can get surgery. Like, are you kidding me? They like, I didn't like it. I don't like when people tell me what to do. It's my body. So I did my own thing. I was able to get a free therapist. I got a letter. I found my own endocrinologist. I did this all by myself. And I liked that I did that way only because I had contact with my endocrinologist. I made the appointment, and I really enjoyed having control. I felt like I had way more control, so that was really great. So control was like really big for me because when I started T, I was scared. I made so many videos about this. I made like a concerns and expectations of starting T the day before I started. I didn't even know if that's what I wanted. I just knew that there was something missing, and I was hoping that this would fill a void. I don't really recommend doing that. I just kind of took a chance because I needed something to fit. And I am so lucky that it did fit, and I'm so lucky that I had control. And again, with the control, because after a year, like the changes were too much for me. I just need to calm down a bit, so I went off of T, and I'm completely fine with that. And 10 months off T, I don't regret one single second of it, because I feel like it almost taught me, and like I learned that this is what I want. T is what I want. I wasn't detransitioning, I just wanted to be off T for a little bit. Anyway, so that's like how I figured out I was trans. Should have been like a different video, not my 5 years, because this is like what, like 9 minutes already? I want to show you some things that mean a lot to me, and I made a video earlier today. I've been taking a picture of my face every day for 5 years now, and I put the video up, and while I was making it, it took 4 hours to edit, by the way. It shouldn't have. I don't know why. My computer was a bit slow, whatever. While I was making it, I just started crying like 8 times, and it's just really emotional to like, how has it been 5 years? Time has passed like that, but also it feels like 15 years has passed, because when I look back at those pictures and the person who I was back then, I am literally a completely different person. And I don't mean like when you're on T, you change, you're a completely different person. I just mean like the way that I express myself, the way that I know my body, the way that I know who I am mentally is different. And that's not, part of it obviously is transition, but also because like a lot of shit has happened. I've had to go to therapy, and I've had to like self-therapize myself. So I feel like I'm way more rational now than I was before. I was like a little fucker, man, back then. Like, I look back at videos, I'm like, how did anybody stand me? Like, oh, it was so annoying. So yeah, I started T when I was 19. Started T June 16th, 2010. I made one of those links that was really popular back then. No one does them anymore, where you take the cardboard paper, you cut it, and then you attach the links together, and it makes a big thing. So I didn't know when I was gonna have the surgery, so instead I told myself I'm gonna make one for T, and I did, and I had my appointment, and 3 weeks later I was supposed to start T or whatever, so it was like small, it was only like 21 links or whatever. So I kept my first one because you know me, I like to keep things, and I like dates, and I like comparisons. I'm obsessed, but here it is. This is my last link that I ripped the day that I started T. I have the date right here, June 16, 2010. And this has been in a box. I totally forgot that I had this. but then I got some of my stuff back and I looked in the box and this was here. And of course, as obsessed as I am, I even kept my first prescription. I literally have a photocopy of my first prescription. So I started on Delesterol 0.25 cc per week. Delesterol is concentrated, so usually it would be 0.5 cc with depot testosterone, but that one, it was like way less, so that was great. But yeah, and I'm on androgel. But yeah, that's yeah. I thought about making this video for like a month. What am I supposed to say? Do I want to make it inspiring? I remember last year when I made my 4-year video, I wrote down on a piece of paper, Good Life, because I wanted to put the song Good Life in my video, because I wanted it to be inspirational. But I feel it's a very long video, yes, but I liked showing the videos in the front and the pictures before, just so you can get an idea, and then you get my story, which you don't have to listen to. You could literally skip and you don't have to watch it. But man, I've changed so much in the last 5 years. Everyone changes. You're always going to change. But I feel like the change that I have is something I never experienced. To be honest, I never thought 5 years would come. When I started T, it's not like I thought I was going to stop or whatever, but it's one of those, like, I never thought it was attainable. I saw people who were like 4 or 5 years on T, and I was like, wow, that's so far away in the future. I started T when I was in CJEP, which is like college, kind of. So I started there, and then I did 3.5 years of university, and I'm in grad school. So it's like all of that time just to me went by so quickly, especially in the last year. And it's just so weird that I thought it was gonna, I don't know. Like I said, it feels like it's forever ago, but I also feel like it was just yesterday. Like, it's very weird. One of the funny things that I wanted to kind of discuss is I remember hearing a myth when I was younger. Actually, okay, this sounds really dumb, but I remember looking up testosterone things when I didn't really know anything when I was like 15, 16, and I remember seeing something like the full effects will take 5 years, and I don't know why, but in my head I thought, oh, okay, so you only have to take hormones for 5 years and then you're good to go, you have to stop taking them. No, now I understand what it means, but I think it's bullshit. I don't think that the changes stop, or that you have your full changes at 5 years. I'm 5 years on T right now, and I don't think that I am going to stop. Everyone keeps changing. Of course, we all change. We get older, blah, blah. But I think that the testosterone changes, at least for me, will continue to go, especially since I have some weird hormonal imbalance thing going, and I don't want to have a hysterectomy, so I feel like those will play into those. But yeah, I don't know, like I feel at peace with my body, and that's something I had never felt in my entire life. And top surgery helped tremendously with that, although I did have post-op depression, but I'm so lucky and grateful that I've been able to go on the journey that I'm on and still going on. I'm not gonna stop making videos. I'm not gonna stop taking a picture of my face every day or take a video. I'm gonna still do it. I'm here for the long run. I wanna stay. I don't see me going anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't think I'll make an inspirational video every year. I don't think that this is inspirational. It's not what I wanted it to be, but I'm trying to accept that sometimes things don't work out like I want them to, and that's fine. Which is something I would have never done 5 years ago, just saying. Anyways, changes. 5 years on T. If you want to look at the changes in my first year, I have a million videos, and then last year I made a 4 years on T video. But if you want to know about the changes from last year to this year, I am gonna say that my facial hair is nicer. Nice. I feel like it's like more stubbly. It's less like super soft than it was before, which is cool. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's filling in. Like, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the shape of my jaw. But I don't know. Like, I can attribute that to hormones, but maybe that was there before, because I lost a shit ton of weight from literally, if you look at my 4-year video to my video today, I don't even know how much weight I lost, maybe like 40 pounds. Like, I know that sounds dramatic, but literally, like, I look at my stomach now and I look at my stomach before, like maybe like 30 pounds of fat, but I've like built a lot of muscle, so whatever, whatever. I don't know, I'm just happy. Like, it's like, I don't have to think about being trans every day anymore. Even though I make trans videos, I take a picture of my face every day, I do androgel every day, which is like a reminder. To me, it's not. It's just like another medication that I take. Taking a picture is just what I like to do. It's a routine, and I really like doing it. I don't know, it's cool. It's fun. It's fun to do trans things but not think about yourself in a trans way all the time. I feel like that's something that I never thought I would be able to feel, or that I even wanted back then. Because I was super like, trans, 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 and I used the T word a lot when I was that age. I'm not blaming it on age, though, I'm blaming it on me, literally, like, oh god, I was such a little shit. Why didn't anyone punch me in the face? Someone did in high school there, but not now. Anyway, so before I go, I want to show you this picture because I keep these pictures beside me. I like look at my old name and I don't have any association to it anymore. It's weird to remember that that was my name and people call me that and my nickname and stuff like that. But it's not something that I think about anymore, which is fantastic. But it's not like it's not like I'm ashamed of my past and I never talk about it. In fact, I have this picture, these two pictures of me and my dad and I, whatever, when I was a kid. And then when I was maybe 16, 17, I think it was 16 in this picture. And obviously I'm not like a guy, like looking guy in these pictures, and I don't care. It's times that I had with my dad that I really enjoyed, and I've had this frame and this picture out for years, and I don't think I'll ever put it away. It's something that means a lot to me, and it's cute. It's cute to remember that I was like a little girl with like playing guitar with my dad and like all the memories that I had with him. I love it. It's great. I love memories that I have with him now. I mean, we went to a restaurant today and it's just like, it's like cool. I don't know. It's not like cool, like you should do it. I'm just saying. So this is the picture right here. It's me and my dad playing guitar. I didn't really know how to play. He's left-handed, I'm right-handed, so that's not right, whatever. And then this picture is just, I don't know. I think it's cute. I look really different. I am definitely not the same person, but like looking, the light's really yellow, but there you go. Anyways, that's all I have. Thank you to every single person who's been there for me in the last 5 years. I remember in my 1 year video, I talked about going off tea. I had a tea party, whatever. I had a whole bunch of people come over to my house when I was 1 year on tea, and we all watched my 2 videos together. And it was like a debut for me, right? Because like I was showing my 1 year of taking pictures of my face, and now it's just like, we all know I do it. And then in my video, I talked about like going off of tea, and people were shocked a little bit. It was interesting. Whatever. I feel like I probably should have celebrated more today because it's a milestone, but I am working in like an hour or something. But I did go to a restaurant, so I'm like really happy about that. I'm like really happy about how my life has turned out. Obviously, a lot of shit has gone down, but that's not trans related. And I'm like learning to adapt my life to like non-trans related things, because I feel like my life was so much about trans things, which it kind of is, but I don't relate it back to myself. Is that weird? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching, for the people who've literally watched me since the beginning of this channel. I can't thank you enough, literally. Like, it's great to have people message me being like, I saw your video when you first started tea. Like, it's just insane. And to the people who've been following me at 4, 3, 2 years, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, thank you. Like, I love it. I love when people engage with me and people comment and we talk about things. It's just, it's great to know that there's people out there who like feel the same as me, I guess. So I don't feel like I'm crazy, but whatever. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. And yes, happy 5 year tea day to me. Okay, bye.